From the Auburn Sports Network and Playfly Sports, Auburn baseball is on the air. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
With 2 weekends of the regular season left, 8 teams are within the top 2 games of the top 4 in the SEC standings. With back-to-back series wins, Auburn has put itself in contention for an NCAA regional host site. Tonight, the 5th-ranked Tigers open up a crucial home series against South Carolina. Good evening and War Eagle from Sanford Stadium, Hitchcock Field at Plainsman Park. With Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham. In a weekend of rain, starts and stops, Auburn took 2 of 3 from Tennessee. The Tigers were a pitch away from a sweep. Now Auburn returns to Plainsman Park, where it has already set a season attendance record, having won its last 8 weekend series. South Carolina comes to the Plains after being swept at home by Florida. The Gamecocks are 5-19 in the league and under the direction of the winningest active head coach in NCAA baseball. Paul Maneri is in his first season in Columbia with over 1,500 wins under his belt. Auburn goes with sophomore right-hander Cam Tilley tonight. The Newburgh, Indiana native is 2-1 with an earned run average of 4.78. South Carolina counters with Brandon Stone, the sophomore right-hander, 2-5 with a 5.09 ERA. When we return, the Butch Thompson pregame report. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Postseason golf is back on the Plains. Your Auburn men's golf team is ready to tee off as they host the NCAA Regionals from Monday, May 12th through Wednesday, May 14th at the Auburn University Club. The quest for back-to-back national titles starts right here on the Plains, and admission is free for all fans. Cheer on your overall #1 seeded Tigers as they face off against a 12-team field, including Texas A&M, UCLA, SMU, Oregon, and more. Experience the best collegiate golf in the country for free from Monday, May 12th through Wednesday, May 14th at the Auburn University Club. For more information, visit auburntigers.com. Eagle.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all. Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Don't stop planning for your future. Don't stop investing in your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with our exclusive pregame conversation with head coach Butch Thompson.
Start of a big series and an opportunity to honor some graduates in the program today, Coach.
Yeah, it's always that last weekend's usually awesome. These guys have put in the work and exams. Some will finish up in the morning, but we got a great large group between our current players and our current managers that are getting that Auburn degree that they will have for the rest of their life. So I know President Roberts will be here with me, and we'll get the shake of the hand of our president and honor those guys tonight.
And then game 1 with Auburn and South Carolina. Guy in the other dugout's got over 1,500 wins, national championship. He's the winningest active coach in NCAA Division I baseball.
Yes, a head coach for a long time. So amazing guy, a good friend, and him coming back to our league is amazing. It's great. And but 2 teams here fighting for whether he's got 1,500 wins or I just got 300 at Auburn. These players are going to settle it here on the field at Plainsman Park.
Give me your thoughts about this South Carolina ball club.
Much like our club was last year, you know, it's a pretty good SEC roster. Petrie, they're just been one of our best hitters the last couple of years in the SEC's out for this series. Stone, who run a CG against Ole Miss a few weeks ago, is starting tonight. Hopefully our left-handed hitters can do something against those guys. I think the last 2 weekends, I mentioned to you, I think defensively we just had a better defensive club than the teams we played the last 2 weeks. These guys are on par with us defensively. It seems like when they've been challenged in the league this year, it's when the opposing SEC team can get into that bullpen and get to a certain point of their pitching staff. So our guys, one of the messages or one of the keys to victory is getting these starters out of the ball game. Could that be a fast start? Could that just be, good discipline in shortening their outings? It could be a lot of those different things, but getting to the bullpen is really important. The other thing offensively, Tilly goes tonight for us because we're not willing to move up Sam Dutton 2 days. So they have the second highest swing rate in the Southeastern Conference, something else for our fans to look for watching tonight's game. Almost just shy of 50% of the time their barrels are moving. So that's a lot. That's a lot of swing rate. And, Tilly gets the ball tonight. His percentage of strikes could be higher, and that's what he's shooting for in his third start. But we have to make quality pitches. It just isn't strikes. When somebody's swinging every other pitch, they could bite you at any time. So we have to do a good job of making quality pitches, even if you get behind, not getting ambushed to start innings, the 0-0, and just keep up with quality strikes. So I think that's the key. And, we go Tilly, Dutton, and then we go Chatterton game 3. It's like I was talking to some people about college football because they're college football fans and don't understand baseball as much. We start 4 different quarterbacks every week. That's one huge difference in our deal. So hopefully Tilly can get us started tonight. Got Dutton for tomorrow, but I think I'm watching this swing rate a bunch, and hopefully we can keep playing good defense and get off to a good fast start against Stone.
Did you learn about your ball club with all that went on this past weekend at Tennessee?
I think for all of us, it just etched out that confidence, the resiliency, the biggest strength of our ball club when you look at us and how we match up against others and having some success against the toughest schedule in America is just they've been connected. I've talked at nauseam about our locker room, our dugout, and this team, the strength of this club is relying on one another. The Wolfpack mentality, I guess the strength is the pack. And you can't just turn it on and say, let's go right now like we're trying to do on this push. They've been working at this since from the beginning. A lot of guys that came back, a lot of the leadership of, Irish and McMurray and Fabian, Carlson, Shore. They've been working on this from day one. That's why it's showing up now and not going away. So that's the biggest strength of this ball club, and we need it this weekend.
The key to focus this weekend, you're so close to the end of the regular season, and the postseason's right there. The key to focus on this weekend for you.
Yeah, tonight's game. There's no tomorrow, the weather, all that stuff, what other teams in the league are doing. It's just how can we go craft a ball game tonight? And they've done a pretty good job of that, but that's a reminder going into it tonight. The strength is the group, and they've worked on it from day one, so that's positive. And then absolutely the teams in our league, because everybody's got something to play for right now. The teams in our league that can absolutely be focused on this one game are the ones that are going to have the most success.
Wish you all the best tonight. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Children's of Alabama is excited to partner with Auburn Baseball because at Auburn, it's about making a difference on and off the field. The team is thrilled to introduce Hits and Sits, where all proceeds will benefit Children's of Alabama. Step up to the plate and sponsor a home game. You can sign up by visiting bc5foundation.org. Choose a game and a strikeout or a hit. It will be echoed beyond Plainsman Park into the lives of families at Children's of Alabama. Sign up today at bc5foundation.org. War Eagle.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See all for details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Let's start with the visitors from South Carolina. The Gamecocks are 26-23 overall, 5-19 in SEC play. Blake Jackson is their right fielder and leadoff hitter. Batting second, it's the shortstop, Henry Kazmar. Nathan Hall, the transfer in center field, bats third. The cleanup hitter is the DH, Jace Woida. Bo Hollins plays first base and bats fifth. Caden Gaskin is the second baseman. He bats sixth. Hitting seventh in left field, it's Evan Stone. KJ Scobie is the third baseman. He bats eighth. And hitting ninth and catching, Gavin Brayland. Again for the Gamecocks and Paul Maneri. It is Jackson, Kazmar, Hall, Woida, Hollins, Gaskin, Stone, Scobie, and Brayland. Now for the Auburn Tigers, Butch Thompson's club, 33-15 overall, 13-11 in SEC action. Second baseman Chris Rembert is at the top of the order. Batting second, the center fielder Cade Ballou. Hitting third in right field is Ike Irish. Cooper McMurray, the first baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Lucas Steele is DHing and hitting fifth. Batting sixth and playing third base, it's Eric Guevara. Hitting seventh in left field, Bub Terrell. Chase Freilich catches and bats eighth. And Derek Fabian plays short and rounds out the order. Again, for the Tigers, it's Rembert, Ballou, Irish, McMurray, Steele, Guevara, Terrell, Freilich, and Fabian. Almost time for baseball on the Plains. The head coaches are meeting at home plate with our umpiring crew. Bright sunshine, blue skies, and a faint side of the moon off in the distance here as we get ready for game one between the Tigers and Gamecocks on a Thursday night at Plainsman Park. One final pregame timeout, and we're back with first pitch. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the number one selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama. And by Cook's Pest Control, keeping your home and business safe from pests and termites since 1928.
The Auburn Tigers are on the field in their gleaming white home uniforms. Defensively, you've got Bub Terrell in left, Kate Ballou in center, and Ike Irish in right. Along the infield, first to third, Cooper McMurray, Chris Rembert, Derek Fabian, Eric Guevara, and Chase Freilich does the catching for Cam Tilley. Before we give you Cam's numbers, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Cam Tilley, sophomore right-hander out of Castle High School in Newburgh, Indiana. He's 2-1 with a 4.78 ERA and 14 overall outings, 32 innings, 20 hits, 18 runs, 20 walks, and 41 strikeouts. This is his third career and third straight start. The last 2 weeks, Tilley has allowed 5 runs on 7 hits and 7 walks over 6 2/3 innings with 5 strikeouts. His 4 innings last time out at home against Mississippi State tied his career high. Tilley will face Jackson, Kazmar, and Hall to get it started for South Carolina. We're ready for another evening of Auburn Tiger baseball, and we turn it over to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, to get you rolling on a Thursday night.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. First pitch weather forecast brought to you by Blue Moon. When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale crafted with Valencia, orange peel, and coriander. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 84 degrees at game time. Wind out of the west, southwest at 7 miles an hour. Rather mild wind right now. And mostly sunny skies overhead. Sun a factor for third, short, center, and left right now. Tilley is pitching out of the shadows. The home plate area is still in the sunshine as we get ready for game 1 and pitch 1 of Auburn and South Carolina. Blake Jackson, Henry Kazmar, and Nathan Hall for Carolina. Cam Tilley, the first pitch, winds and fires a fastball at 94 for strike 1. Alex Ransom behind the plate, Kevin Elsey at first, Jeff Wright at second, and Jordan Farrell down at third, the SEC umpiring crew. That one bounces up there from Tilley. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tilley, Dutton, and Chatterton, the 3 starters named by head coach Butch Thompson this week. 1-1 pitch. High and outside, 2-1. This is a Carolina team that will swing the bat, and a lot of it. Throw strikes this weekend, or at least around the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Jackson, the pitch. Ball 3 inside and an almost hitting. 3 balls and a strike to Jackson.
Yeah, Tilley 4 walks last weekend, and he was kind of surrounded by Tennessee base runners the entirety of his outing. Only 78 walks for South Carolina in 24 league games.
Here's the 3-1, and it's a walk.
They only take about 3, a little more than 3 walks per game in conference play. And so right away you see Tilley wants to come at to lengthen his appearance today. He's got to throw strikes. They will, to your point, they'll put it in play. They'll give you chances even early in counts to make plays.
Here's Henry Kazmar, the shortstop. Transfer from Ohio State, left-handed hitter. First pitch to him. There's a strike. Kazmar hitting .296, 4 homers, 23 runs batted in. Jackson at first, 4 stolen bases in 6 attempts this season. Tilley working off the stretch after the leadoff walk. Pitch. Line drive on a hop to Rembert. His only play is to first as he dropped it. And Kazmar is retired. If Rembert fields it cleanly, he's got a shot, at least to get the lead runner. But when he dropped it, his only play was first.
Yeah. It was hit hard, had a little backspin on it too, so I think the spin handcuffed him a little as he moved to his left.
And here's the best hitter in the lineup, Nathan Hall, center fielder, transferred from Clemson. Boy, he has been a find for South Carolina. Local kid, batting .345, 7 homers, 37 runs batted in. Stretch in the pitch. Bounces up there. It's blocked by Freilich. Off-speed delivery from Cam Tilley. A leadoff walk to Jackson. He's at second, one out, with Nathan Hall at the plate. Tilley checks the runner. Comes set above the belt, the 1-0. Hall takes the off-speed pitch outside, 2-0.
When Cam is most effective, that curveball, he's landing it for called strikes. He tried to hit the outside corner there and wasn't able to get it.
Last week, 2 2/3 innings, 2 runs on 4 hits at Tennessee. Stretch. And the 2-0 pitch. All 3 outside. In that game at Tennessee, he did not figure in the decision. Auburn lost it in 11. 2 strikeouts, but 4 walks against the Vols. He's behind Hall, 3 balls and no strikes. Cam pitches. Line drive right center field. That's going to get down, and that's going to give Carolina the lead. Jackson around third base on his way home, and it's a double into right center field by Hall. 3-0 pitch. He's swinging, and it's a 1-out double, and South Carolina has the lead.
A 3-0 fastball, just kind of a get-me-over fastball. It was up in the zone and just out of center, and that is no man's land there. Hall and any other SEC hitter is going to take aim at that. So they immediately cash in the leadoff walk.
And here's Jace Wojda, the shortstop, the designated hitter. Big lead for Hall at second. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Wojda takes a strike on the inside corner. Wojda batting .301, 5 homers, 18 runs batted in. WOITA. Stretch in the 0-1. Missed inside. Ball and a strike. A double to right by Hall has given South Carolina the lead. We're in the top of the first after a leadoff walk. Stretch and the 1-1. Chopper right side. Rembert waits on a big hop, throws to first in time for the out. Hall goes to third on the play. 2 down, and runner at third base for South Carolina, and that brings Bo Hollins to the plate. First baseman hitting .302, 4 homers, 19 runs batted in.
All 4 of his homers, 13 of his 19 RBIs have come in league play. Good size for a lefty.
Sets up deep in the box. Hall down at third with 2 outs here in the first. Tilley the stretch. Comes the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike.
There you go.
He starts to locate that curveball. Watch out.
Yep.
0-1 to Hollins. Tilley comes set in the pitch. Chopper foul.
Another off-speed pitch. He had Hollins out front and over the top.
Cam has been really good this season with 2 outs in an inning. Opponent's only hitting .121 with 2 outs. He's ahead of Hollins. No balls and 2 strikes. Stretch. And the 0-2 pitch. Went after a fastball on the outside corner. Left it up just a bit. 1-2 the count.
Not a bad idea, 0-2, because now it sets up a world of options. You could try to go back to the fastball or you come back to the curve.
1-2 pitch. Hollins loops it up and out of play off the left side. Just beyond the grandstand.
Came back to the curveball, trying to get the batter to raise the swing plane a little bit there, and Hollins, to his credit, brought it back down.
A ball and 2 strikes to count to Bo Hollins. 2 outs and a runner at third. A run home for South Carolina in the first. The pitch. Missed outside with the fastball, 2-2. Hollins, 6'4", 220, just a freshman. He's out of Lexington, South Carolina, River Bluff High School. Stretched by Tilley in the pitch. Chopper foul at the plate again. Came back inside. Hollins spoiled a good pitch.
Hollins with 36 strikeouts, third most on the team.
He's batting .221 with 2 outs this season. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count the pitch. Strike 3 call, fastball on the outside corner. Inning comes to a close on the first strikeout for Cam Tilley. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. A run on a hit, no errors, a man left. We go to the bottom of the first, South Carolina 1, Auburn coming to the plate. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn baseball pitching coach Everett Tieford.
We really had a great fall. I love what we did as far as trying to grow as a group, which I think was definitely a point of emphasis for us. You know, we did morning practice where, you know, coaches went and had breakfast with the guys. So we really spent a lot of time really bringing our guys together. We had them at our houses. You know, I had all the pitchers over to my house. Gabe had all the hitters over to his house. We're talented, but coming together as a team is what we need. And I think we did a good job of that. We do have a lot of talent, and I feel like I did a better job getting them prepared for the season than maybe I did last year.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn trails 1-0 as the Tigers come to bat for the first time tonight. Defensively, Carolina has Evan Stone in left, Nathan Hall in center, Blake Jackson in right. Infield first to third, it is Bo Hollins, Caden Gaskin, Henry Kazmar, KJ Scobie, Gavin Braylon behind the plate, and Brandon Stone is the pitcher. 6'6", 240, sophomore right-hander out of Shawnee Mission, Kansas, Johnson County Community College, 2-5 with a 5.09 earned run average overall. He has started half of his 12 appearances and all 6 starts plus 1 relief appearance in the SEC. He's given up 5 runs in each of his 3 road starts in league play this year. Last week at home against Florida, Stone went 4 innings, giving up 6 hits and 3 runs. He does not walk a lot of batters, only 11 in 53 innings, and he struck out 39. He has given up 10 home runs this season. 4 innings a week ago against Florida. He has a complete game earlier this year against Ole Miss, so a little all over the place, but certainly powerful right-hander. Good stuff from Brandon Stone.
He will get Chris Rembert, Kate Ballou, and Ike Irish in the first, and the first pitch from Stone to Rembert is a strike down the middle. He was a JUCO All-American last season at Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference Player of the Year. Now the 0-1. Rembert takes it high, a ball and a strike. 14-1 last season. He led all of junior college in wins, among the leaders in strikeouts and innings pitched last year. 1-1 to Rembert. Off the end of the bat, right side. Second baseman is out, so is the first baseman. Second baseman in foul ground. Gaskin makes the catch.
Set him up with back-to-back fastballs, and then the first slider that he threw was tailing away from Chris. He had to reach out to get it, hit it off the end of the bat.
1 down, and here's Cade Ballou, Auburn center fielder.
Stone throws a fastball, a slider, a change, a curveball, an occasional cutter as well. Fastball tops out around 92, 93. And throws from a low 3/4 arm slot.
First pitch to Ballou. Fastball on the inside corner for strike 1 at 90. Right-handed pitcher against the left-handed hitting Ballou. Stone the wind to the 0-1. Cade out in front, but took it. Curveball misses low, ball and a strike. One pitch. Ballou slices it left side, that'll get out of play. Ball and 2 strikes.
Sorry, Andy. Cade's hitting .205 in league play, but overall, he's reached base in 57 of his last 59 games played.
A ball and 2 strikes. They do not go to the shift with Ballou at the plate. Stone shook off a pitch to the 1-2, and it hit him. Well, how many times has that happened this year, Brad?
Well, I'll tell you, Andy, that is the 19th time that he's been hit.
It's the 6th time that Stone has hit a batter. And Auburn with a runner aboard, and here's Ike Irish. One of the legacy leaders on this team. Irish comes to the plate batting .335, 12 homers, 42 runs batted in.
5th time Ballou's been hit in the last 11 games.
Stone off the stretch. Here's the pitch with the runners bluffing and did not go. And Irish took a strike on the inside corner.
I think that was a slider at 90. Maybe the cutter. Looked like it had some run in toward Ike.
Throw over. And Ballou is back. Stone has 3 pickoffs. This team with 11 this season. Stretch. 0-1 pitch. Swing on a fly ball into center. Hall back and to his right. Right in front of the warning track, makes the catch. And Ballou hustles to get back to the bag. 2 outs.
From that 3/4 arm slot, that had a little bit of movement like a rise ball in softball because it ended in the top of the zone. And Ike was under it just enough to keep it in the ballpark.
Teams have stolen 8 out of 10 bases this season against Stone. The catcher, Braylon, has only thrown out 3 of 38 base runners and a throw to first. And Ballou is back as South Carolina goes to the shift with McMurray at the plate. 2 down in the inning.
Without a single strike against him yet. Wonder if he could flick the wrist and go the other way.
Stretch by Stone. And another throw to first. Ballou not far off the back. Dives back safely.
Cooper's SEC average is all the way up to 244 over the last 3 weekends.
10 homers and 41 runs batted in for Cooper. Stone off the stretch. Here is the pitch. Runner does go. Swing, ground ball. First baseman, backhand stab to the bag, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left for Auburn. 1 complete at Plainsman Park. South Carolina 1, Auburn nothing. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Montgomery is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Montgomery. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Top half of the second, South Carolina with a 1-0 lead against Auburn. Second inning tonight brought to you by Southern Union. There's a new path to the Plains, and it runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently, all at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. A leadoff walk for Jackson in the first. He scored on a 1-out double to right center by Hall. 21 pitches in the first inning for Cam Tilley. He will get Gaskin, Evanstone, and Scobie in the second. Wind and the pitch. Check swing to the left side. Guevara fields and throws him out at first. Came up and in with a fastball, and Gaskin was just trying to get out of the way of the ball.
Yeah, it's a mistake by Gaskin, but it's a really well-placed fastball by Tilley to start the at-bat. It's not, it isn't easy, but it is simple. He got in trouble when he fell behind batters in the first inning. The walk to Jackson and the double by Hall on a 3-0 pitch. When he got strike one and got ahead, he had success.
Here's the left fielder, Evan Stone, and his first pitch from Tilly is a fastball at the knees. Stone is batting .234, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in. He bats with nobody on and 1 down. The 0-1 pitch. Just missed the outside corner, maybe a little bit down. A ball in to strike to Evan Stone.
Freilich did a nice job to frame that.
Tilly peers in, gets the sign. 1-1 pitch to Stone. Up and out of play off the right side, over the 984 club and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes.
You have to think about the curveball. You have to think about the slider. It slows the bat down enough, and he was just a little behind on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
1-2 pitch. Here it is. Line drive foul up the left side. Got in front of the 82-mile-an-hour pitch.
Yeah. Late on the fastball, early on the breaking ball. Cam has got him in between speeds.
A ball and 2 strikes to Stone. Tilly peers over the top of his glove, winds and fires, and he struck him out on a fastball at 94. Second strikeout of the night for Tilly. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Just an excellent commanding sequence there from Tilly. Got him behind on the fastball, early on the breaking ball, came back and a little bit up maybe with the fastball. Just a strong sequence where Tilly was 1 step ahead the entire at bat.
2 down for KJ Scobie, the third baseman. Wind in the pitch from Tilly. Scobie takes the off-speed pitch outside, ball 1. Scobie hitting .233, 5 homers, 18 runs batted in. Tilly the wind and the 1-0. There's the curve for a strike, a ball and a strike. Two outs, nobody on for South Carolina. Gamecocks lead 2-0. We're in the top of the second. The 1-1 to Scobie. Swing at the slider and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. And Tilly much more in command in this second inning than he was to open the first.
Went to a 2-ball count or more to 3 of the 5 batters in the first inning. Is yet to do that here in the second.
Ahead of Scobie, a ball and 2 strikes. Wind and delivery. A little bit low. Fastball at 93, 2 balls and 2 strikes the count.
3 of Auburn's 4 infielders took a step toward the dugout on that pitch.
Tilly back to work, the 2-2. Bounced it up there, the count goes full. Beautiful evening for baseball. I don't know if we'll be saying that the rest of the weekend, however. Rain in the forecast tomorrow and Saturday. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Got him swinging. Second strikeout of the inning, third of the night for Tilly. K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. 3 up, 3 down for South Carolina in the second. Gamecocks lead 1-0. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
For 70 years, Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the orthopedic clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the orthopedic clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Brandon Stone worked around a one-out hit batter in the first. He threw 11 pitches. And now he will get Lucas Steele, Eric Guevara, and Bub Terrell in the Auburn second. South Carolina with a 1-0 lead. Tigers in the white tops and bottoms tonight. Orange numerals, blue lettering for the Tigers. Auburn sporting the white caps tonight with the orange AU, the blue bill.
Looks like it's like a throwback uniform. It's a classic look. It's
Road grays for South Carolina.
A little odd not to see him in the all blues to open a series.
Lucas Steele lays it off for Auburn. Shows bunt, tries to bunt up the third base line with the shift on and leaves it foul.
Yep, really great idea. A guy with terrific power. Just trying to get on base. Would he try it again? Do they adjust the shift?
They adjust it slightly.
Yeah.
0-1. Swing and a miss at the curve. 0-2 to Steele. Shift on as Steele awaits the 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing, line drive down the right field line. That's trouble. That's in the corner. It's gone. A line drive homer off of the Performance Center and right. The 5th of the year for Steele. And he ties the game at 1. On an 0-2 pitch.
Fell behind. And I think Stone tried to sneak a fastball by him. Thigh high, middle in.
Yeah, boy. A line drive. The only question, we knew it wouldn't be caught. The only question was, did it have enough elevation to get out?
To
and
get
it
over.
Did.
Yeah.
A leadoff homer for Steele. This game is tied at 1, and here's Guevara. As Steele winds and fires. And Guevara takes a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Guevara takes it upstairs.
It's the 11th home run allowed by Stone this year.
It is the 63rd of the season for Auburn. 1-1 to Guevara. Inside, ball 2. And the 29th in SEC play for Auburn. 2 balls and a strike to Guevara, batting .256. 3 homers and 15 runs batted in. Wind and pitch. In there, the slider was in there for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Auburn third baseman.
55th homer allowed by South Carolina in league play.
Two pitch to Guevara. Here it is. Chopper over the pitcher to the second baseman at the bag. He throws to first. They had Guevara positioned well for the first out.
Yeah, Gaskin was playing almost directly behind second base, so all he had to do was come straight in to field it after it got over Stone's head.
And here's Bub Terrell. Batting .270, 4 homers, 23 runs batted in. Wind and the first pitch to Bub. Fastball at the letters for strike 1.
He hit a couple of towering shots in batting practice today.
Oh, 1 pitch to Bub. Here it is. Goes the opposite way, but fouls it out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Terrell. Well, throwing strikes hasn't been a problem for Brandon Stone in this ball game. He got ahead of Steele 0-2 and then gave up the homer. Came back to get Guevara on a ground out, and he's ahead of Terrell 0-2, the pitch. Inside, and it hit him. Came inside with the change. And 4th time this year that Terrell has been hit. And he's aboard with 1 out. Second hit batter of the game for Stone.
Good pitchers battle for that inside corner. He's tried to go after it against left-handers twice and hit them.
Well, and that hurts even more when you're up 0-2.
Yeah. Lefties, by the way, continue their success against him. They're hitting almost 100 points better against Stone than right-handers, 351 and 258.
Here's another lefty and Chase Fralick, the pitch. Down the middle for a strike. Freilich hitting .337. Leads Auburn in hitting. 4 homers and 36 runs batted in. Terrell at first. 4 stolen bases in 6 attempts this year. Stone the stretch and a throw over. Bub back to the bag. Mentioned in the first 11 pickoffs this season for South Carolina. That is a high number. 0-1. Freilich lines it into left field. That's down for a base hit. Evan Stone looked into the sunshine, got the ball on a bounce. Terrell holds up at second. The Tigers have runners at first and second with 1 out in the second inning.
Sound like a broken record if you're tuning in every game, but Freilich's hands and the ability to go the other way, quick wrist, just flick the bat out there and position the barrel such that you can go the other way. He does it so well.
And I wonder how much of that is the tennis playing that he
Sure.
did all throughout high school. This is one of the top tennis players in high school coming out. All right, here's Derek Fabian with 1 out. The pitch. Fabian takes the slider for strike 1. Freilich had over 60 Division I tennis offers coming out of high school. But he is here playing for Auburn. Boy, the Tigers are happy that he's here. 0-1 Fabian. Chopper, third base side, over his head and down the line. Terrell around the bag at third. He will score. Freilich on his way to third. Fabian into second base with a double. And Auburn takes the lead 2-1. 6th double of the year for Derek Fabian.
Auburn's hit some high bouncing balls on this infield so far early in this game. And for all the ones that Derek has hit that have been lasers right at somebody, that one he pounded it right into the dirt, and it was high enough to bounce over Scobie's head for a double.
Auburn did not take advantage of the free base runner in the first. They do here in the second.
That's right.
After the leadoff homer by Steele on an 0-2 pitch, Guevara bounced out. Terrell was behind 0-2 and then was hit. He went to second on the single by Freilich and scored with ease on the bouncing ball double into the left field corner by Fabian.
Bottom third of the order, all reach. And they get you in the second inning with only 1 out. Now back to the top of the lineup in the second look at Stone.
Pitching coach is out for South Carolina. Runners at second and third for Auburn. Tigers have gained the lead here in the second. May not be done. Rembert at the plate with runners at second and third and 1 out.
He started Fabian with a slider. He started Rembert with a fastball last time.
Stone stretches. Here's the pitch. Outside, good job by Braylon, the catcher, to make the backhand stab. A ball and no strikes to Chris. You want to pitch around him, first base is open, but you've got a left-handed hitter in Ballou waiting on deck. 2-1, Tigers on top, 1 out, second and third here in the second. The pitch. Rembert, third base side, over his glove, down into the corner. That's going to get a couple runs home. Freilich is home. So is Fabian. Rembert to second, a 2-run double, his 10th of the year.
Back-to-back right-handed hitters just wear out the third base and left field lines. Scobie was playing near the line, playing him to pull, but he still managed to find the daylight. 2 more RBIs for Chris Rembert.
That ball with a wicked hop over Scobie. Scobie had no chance. He was there, but it bounced over his glove and down into the corner. And Freilich and Fabian both score. 4-1 Auburn. 1 out. Runner at second base for Rembert, or for Ballou. That is Rembert down at second base. Stretch in the pitch. Ballou takes the curveball for strike 1.
You know, one of the things, if you the stats for Rembert to be in the running for SEC Freshman of the Year, frankly, are all, he's at the top, except for RBIs. Being at the top of the lineup, he hasn't had a chance to drive in as many runs.
0-1 to Ballou. Hit him. He's hit on the second time. Ooh. Up on the hip. Third hit batter of the game in the first inning and a third for Brandon Stone.
He had only hit 6. I say only. He'd hit 6 coming into the game. in 53 innings. He's got 3 tonight in an inning and a third.
All right, there is someone warming up in the pen for Carolina. We believe that it's number 38, Ryder Guarino. And now an opportunity for Auburn to get a big inning with Irish at the plate. First pitch to Ike. Ground ball right side. Base hit into left field. Rembert around third base. He's going to try to score. The throw home is cut off. 5-1 Auburn.
Well, they're not wasting a lot of time. Fralick, second pitch of the at-bat, single. Fabian, second pitch of the at-bat, double. Rembert, second pitch of the at-bat, double. Irish, first pitch of the at-bat, single to the pull side.
Forchi third.
Uh-oh.
And
Ballou
at second base. Something has happened to Cade. And Auburn's athletic trainer, Anthony Sanderson, is out. Butch Thompson making his way to second base as well.
He was waving his right, kind of flexing his right shoulder. And he's had shoulder trouble.
Is that the shoulder that he dislocated at Georgia?
I think so. Yeah, reaching back for the bag after a stolen base.
Ugh. Well, Ballou has fought a lot this year.
Yeah. And I didn't see, that's a play where
he will stay in the ball game.
Did he slide going into second base?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he did. And why did he slide? He's smiling out there. That's good.
Okay.
And here's McMurray. 5-1 Auburn. First and second, 1 out. 5 runs on 5 hits, 2 hit batters in the inning. Brandon Stone off the stretch and the pitch. Good block by Braylon to keep the runners at first and second. A backhand, one hopper.
This is now 4 road starts in the SEC. He's given up 5 runs in all 4 of them.
McMurray, the 9th man to bat for Auburn here in the second. Here's the pitch. There is a little bit high.
Ooh.
2 balls and no strikes to McMurray. Lucas Steele led off the inning with a line drive homer to right, and he's in the on-deck circle. And still just 1 out.
6 straight have reached.
2-0 pitch to Cooper. Ball 3 outside. Boy, he's been close, hasn't he?
He has, but you got the wrong guy at the plate to try to steal a strike.
Agreed. Big hole left side of the infield from McMurray. He's ahead in the count 3-0 as Stone comes set. Here comes the pitch. Strike call on the inside corner. Good pitch from Stone. Even if Cooper wanted to swing on that pitch, he wasn't going to go after that one. Three balls and a strike to McMurray. Fabian at second and Irish at first. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. The bases are loaded. 2 hit batters, a walk, 2 doubles, and a home run. And the bases are loaded with 1 out as Lucas Steele comes to the plate for the second time in the inning.
Auburn has batted around, and there's only 1 out. I mean, a chance to have an Ohio State back in Arlington in week 3 type of inning.
Ooh, I like that. Steele led off the inning with a homer to left. He bats with the bases loaded and 1 out. Steele awaits the pitch. Here it is. Lucas takes it low. A ball and no strikes.
By the way, to walk to McMurray, only Stone's 12th this year.
Fabian, Irish, and McMurray on the base paths for Auburn. Here is the 1-0 pitch to Steele. There's a strike. 1-1. I like the patience by Steele.
I do too. Yeah, there's blood and water right
Yes,
now,
there is.
but he's not being reckless at the plate.
Outfield play straight away. Infield back looking for 2. Brandon Stone off the stretch. Here is the pitch. Steele got jammed and he fouled it off the left side out of play. Fastball at 91. Stone ahead of the hitter. A ball and 2 strikes. 5 runs on 5 hits in the inning for Auburn. The bases are loaded with 1 out. A ball and 2 strikes to Steele. Here comes the pitch. Way outside, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Steele led off the inning on an 0-2 pitch, had a line drive missile off the performance center out there in right. He now awaits the 2-2 pitch from Brandon Stone with the bases loaded. Here it is. Ground ball foul. Pitch that was up and in and somehow found a way to get a piece of that one and foul it off. Andrew Dutton, the Auburn first base coach. Carl Nunemaker, Auburn's third base coach. The signs come from Gabe Gross in the dugout this season.
Stone up to 40 pitches now with 1 out in the second inning.
2-2 the count to Steele. Here comes the pitch. Steele up the left side, out of play. Onto the top row of the Tiger Terrace. And caught on a hop. By an adult. Gave the ball to the youngster to his right.
Good.
Another 2-2 pitch to Steele. 5-1 Auburn. Stretch by Brandon. And the pitch to Lucas. Ground ball could be 2. Second baseman. Backhand stab. Flips to short for 1. To first, it's a double play. Exactly what South Carolina needed. But Auburn scored 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors and 2 men left. We're through 2 at Plainsman Park. Auburn 5, South Carolina 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Don't stop planning for your future. Don't stop investing in your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball against South Carolina.
When Cam Tilley left the mound after a 12-pitch perfect second, he trailed 1-0 as he comes to the mound in the third with the 9-1 and 2 hitters coming to the plate. He has a 5-1 lead to work with. It will be Braylon the catcher, then Jackson and Kazmar, the 1 and 2 hitters for South Carolina.
Can I just point out how nice it was to have a scheduled start time for this game and play the game at the scheduled start time with no rain?
Feel free to.
Yeah, it was nice.
I hope we have that tomorrow. All right, Gavin Braylon at the plate, the catcher, batting $192, no homers and 8 runs batted in. Pitch to him, and there for a strike on the slider.
The last 3 or 4 that he's thrown on that outside corner have landed after the first 2 or 3 did not.
0-1 pitch. Tried to hold up on another one. Did not. And the count is 0-2 to Braylon. 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings for Cam Tilley. 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Braylon for the 4th strikeout of the night and the 3rd consecutive strikeout for Tilley. The K counter presented by Key of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Braylon looked like he was guessing there. He had a couple of off-speed pitches in a row, was looking fastball, and was early.
1 down, now second time through the order for Carolina. Blake Jackson will lead it off. Walked on a 3-1 pitch in the first and scored on the double by Nathan Hall. Pitch on the way. Fastball upstairs. Jackson, a left-handed hitter, He's batting 200 on the season. 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. Now the 1-0. Down and in, 2-0 the count.
17 walks now for Jackson on the season. That is the 3rd most on the team. On base up over 450.
Out of Capel, Texas, the 2-0 pitch. Fastball strike. Bub Terrell still dealing with some sunshine out there in left. 2-1 pitch. Left the curveball up. 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Jackson, the pitch. They walked him.
Wow. Last 2 were close.
And it brings Henry Kazmar to the plate. Tough guy to double up. As a matter of fact, he has not been doubled up this season. Left-handed hitter as Tilley comes set. Jackson at first. He goes. Pitches outside. Throw to second base. He's safe. 5th stolen base of the year for Jackson.
Got a good jump. They were aggressive. They didn't waste any time. First pitch. Throw was to the right of the bag. Fabian had to come across the bag and just catch it. No tag.
A ball and no strikes to Henry Kazmar. Stretch in the pitch. Ground ball right side, foul outside the first base bag. Ball and a strike. 5-1, Auburn leads it. We're in the top of the 3rd, 1 out, and a runner at second base for South Carolina. The only game of the night in the Southeastern Conference.
Some really intriguing series, though. We'll talk about it as this one goes on. It's a fun time of year. You're scoreboard watching.
You betcha.
There's a cluster of teams fighting for spots.
1-1 pitch. This is low, 2-1. Well, at least we're scoreboard watching. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's right.
3rd inning presented by the Vance Law Firm. The phone number, easy to remember. They say dial 3 for me. 334-333-3333. 2-1 to Kazmar. Pitch on the way. Ground ball to the right side. McMurray backs up, flips to Tilley, covering for the out. And Jackson goes to 3rd. 3-1 on the put out.
Ball is hit like that. McMurray backs up on it. You just expect him to make the play. We don't talk enough about how sound a defender Cooper has been for 3 years over at first base.
One of the Auburn graduates that were honored before the game. Auburn graduating players and managers here tonight. Dr. Chris Roberts, the Auburn president on hand, handing out diplomas. Here's Nathan Hall with 2 outs and a runner at 3rd. Stretch in the pitch. Hall flies it into center.
Come on.
Fabian coming on. He's there. Makes the catch. Inning comes to a close. Now Tilley worked around that 1-out walk. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. Auburn 5, South Carolina 1. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Denver Jones up the floor. Auburn's ball. Denver drives, going down, puts it up. He didn't get it. Tap up by Brown. It's good. 1.2 seconds. Inbound Jones from behind midcourt for the win. No good. Auburn won it. Auburn won it. Holy cow.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
We move to the bottom of the third with Eric Guevara, Bub Terrell, and Chase Freilich coming to the plate. Auburn with 5 runs on 5 hits in the second. There was a walk and 2 hit batters, and yet Brandon Stone back to work. 43 pitches in his first 2 innings, and he will get Guevara, Terrell, and Freilich here in the Auburn third inning. Guevara ground out up the middle in the second inning, pitch to Eric. And as Stone was coming home, they reset the clock, and he stopped his motion. And he gets a new 20-second clock, and the pitch to Guevara. Line drive, he hit it hard, but off of the netting down the left side. That was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that Guevara made it look like a changeup. That's how much in front of it he was. 0-1 pitch. Drops low and away, a ball and a strike. Auburn softball back on campus, finishing up final exams after the SEC tournament. Tigers will find out Sunday where they're headed for the NCAAs. 1-1 to Guevara. Line drive into left field. That's down for a base hit. A little bit off the end of the bat.
Yeah.
But no chance for the left fielder Stone to get there. And a leadoff man on for Auburn here in the third.
Off the end of the bat, but the power shows you the power of Guevara. He still pulled it.
Yeah.
It's tailing away from him, and he was still able to pull it in the left.
Here's Bub Terrell, batting .270 with 4 homers and 23 runs batted in. Hit by a pitch in the second. This is the third. And it came on an 0-2 pitch. Guevara with the lead at first, the pitch to Bub. It drops low. 1-0 the count. Stone comes set. 1-0 pitch. Runner goes outside. Throw to second base. Runner is safe. A stolen base for Guevara. His first of the season. Really good throw by Braylon, but I think Eric just had too good of a jump.
He got a big lead, and then, Stone basically didn't look in his direction, so he had a couple of steps worth of a lead. I think Carolina's going to challenge this,
South
though.
Carolina is challenging the call of safe. Second baseman plays under further review.
Okay.
And the challenge is the initial tag. Guevara stayed on the bag. Replay reviews presented by Jackson Services. Time to review your home's heating and cooling system. Choose Jackson Services. Comfort you can count on. From quick repairs to energy-saving upgrades, Jackson Services keeps Alabama homes running smoothly year-round. Visit JacksonServicesCo.com. Jackson Services, an official carrier authorized dealer.
Fairly quick review.
After review, the call is safe. South Carolina has 1 challenge remaining.
I'm guessing since Jeff Wright made that review, he is the crew chief, Brad. We've not been told that, but typically that is the case. 2 balls and no strikes now, the count to Bub Terrell. Guevara gets his lead at second base. Here's the pitch. Terrell, line drive, base hit up the middle. Guevara around third base. He will score. 6-1 Auburn on the single to center by Terrell, his 24th RBI of the season. Production up and down the order.
Yeah, this team's just dialed in. They're pulling balls to the left and to the right. I mean, it's Stone is just not getting anything past him right now.
Everybody from Steele on down, Steele, the number 5 hitter, has scored already. 5 of the 6 runs have come from the 5 through 9 hitters. And here is Chase Freilich. A run home, nobody out, a runner at first for Auburn. Throw to first. Terrell dives back safely. Glasses come off the hat of the first baseman, Bo Hollins. Good lead for Terrell. Pitch on the way to Freilich. They wanted a pitch out. It didn't get there, and Freilich fouled it out of play. The catcher, Braylon, was up for a pitch out, and it didn't It didn't get to the outside corner or even close. 0-1 to Fraley. Terrell gets his lead at first. Stone stretches. Pitch. Fraley takes it low. 1-1. He's already up to 52 pitches. And Auburn has scored 6 runs on 7 base hits. Nobody out for Auburn in the third. The 1-1, nope, not made. Throw to first. And DeMarion is back standing up. Stretch. 1-1 pitch to Fraley. Here it is. High and outside, 2-1. Chase in his first at bat went the opposite way. We've said that a lot about this youngster.
Yeah.
Single to left, he scored back in the second. Raised his average to 341. 2-1. Just inside. 3 balls and a strike to Chase. All right, what does Fraley get on a 3-1 pitch right here? Stone off the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Strike call. Inside corner, full count.
I think Fralick thought that was inside. He'll bank that and hope to get the same call from Fort Tilly tonight.
All right, 3-1 or 3-2, nobody out. Do you send Terrell here? Throw over. Carolina thinking that way.
Yeah, they sure thought it was possible.
Bub is back. Good move, by the way, by Stone.
I think Stone probably comes back to the inner half against Fralick, try to jam him.
A long look in for Brandon Stone. Pitch clock is down to 6.
He wants another.
He wants another pitch. He comes set. Yeah, throw to first and the runner back. That's a smart move.
Yep.
He was about to run out of time with a 3-2 count.
Yeah, some throws over to hold the runner. That was not. That was to beat the clock.
3-2 pitch, runner goes. Swing line drive up the left field line. That is down. It's a base hit. Terrell will go to third on the play, and Fralick, who goes the opposite way again, he's 2 for 2. Holds up at first base.
Again, not easy to do, but simple. A little slice if he pitches down and away as they have, and he's just so good at taking it the other way. A little slice down the left field line. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and here is the veteran head coach Paul Maneri out of the dugout. That's it for Stone.
South Carolina makes a Pepper Tree pitching change for a new level of taste. Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection and the finest cuts of meat, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery and online at steaksandwine.com. Right-hander on for South Carolina in this Pepper Tree pitching change.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Pepper Tree pitching change for South Carolina. They bring in number 38, Ryder Garino, 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 a right-hander, a freshman out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 6'5", 195. Garino 2-0 in a dozen appearances, 11 in relief, earned run average of 4.5. 18 innings, 7 hits, and 10 walks. 10 runs, 9 earned. He struck out 24. He's given up a double and 3 home runs, and he's hit a batter, no wild pitches. Garino has given up a 125 average. In SEC play, teams hitting a little better, 143. 5 1/3 innings in 4 appearances, no record, and an 8.44 ERA in the league. 2 hits and 6 walks in 5 1/3. 5 runs allowed, all earned, 7 strikeouts.
Brandon Stone goes 2+ innings. Has so far given up 6 runs, all earned on 8 hits. A walk and 3 hit batters. And he leaves with nobody out in the third. And Auburn with runners at first and third. And Derek Fabian coming to the plate.
It's by far Stone's shortest start of the year. It ties for his shortest outing of any kind this year. He went 2 innings, but was perfect in 2 innings against Davidson back in early March out of the bullpen. Very different story today.
Fabian hit a bouncing ball over the third baseman, KJ Scobie's head, into the left field corner in the second. A double that scored a run, and then he came home to score. Auburn with runners at first and third, and nobody out in the third. Terrell at third, Freilich at first, the pitch. Fabian showed bunt, took it outside for ball 1.
A little safety squeeze there with runners at the corners.
Derek looks to the Auburn dugout for the call from Gabe Gross. Right-hander Garino comes set. Here's the pitch. Fabian fouled it back and had a good cut at that one. 1-1 the count.
Had a pitch to drive, too. Garino has been better against lefties than righties. That goes against the norm for a right-handed pitcher, but lefties are only hitting .056 against him this year. Right-handers 158. Fastball, slider, change.
Ball and a strike to the Auburn shortstop, Derek Fabian. Garino off the stretch. There's the pitch. Again shows bunt. This time takes a strike. The ball and 2 strikes.
I think that was the change.
6-1, Auburn leads it. Tigers trying to add to that lead with runners at the corners and nobody out in the bottom of the third. Garino comes set. Here's the 1-2. Just missed with the fastball, 2-2.
Bottom third in the order, a combined 4 for 4 so far tonight.
Terrell gets his lead at third. Freilich from first. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Derek Fabian. Stretching the pitch. Fabian swings at the slider and comes up empty. First strikeout of the night for South Carolina. 1 out and a double play gets you out of the inning if you're Carolina.
That's how they got out of the second.
Here's Rembert. Rembert with a 2-run double in the second. 1 for 2 on the day. He bats with runners at the corners and 1 out. And Auburn leading South Carolina 6-1. Stretched by Garino. Here's the pitch. A little bit low. Had the plate, but missed low. Ball and no strikes to Rembert. Rembert batting .338, 7 homers, 29 runs batted in. He awaits the 1-0. Here it is. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. Back is Stone in the canyon. He looks up. It's gone! A 3-run homer by Rembert, his 8th of the season. And the Tigers go up 9-1.
In Chris's last 39 games, he's reached base multiple times, 34 times.
This guy, tonight?
Yeah, I mean like tonight. This guy is on some kind of heater at the plate.
He unloads the bases. And now here is Ballou. 9-1 Tigers. Wind and the pitch. Ballou takes a strike on the outside corner. 8 of the 9 runs now charged to Stone. His book is done. Ballou has been hit twice. He hasn't hit. He's been hit twice tonight. 0-1. Shows bunt. Takes a ball outside. Shift is on for Ballou. He gets one down the third baseline. It's a base hit for Cade. He gets it far enough down the third baseline. It's a double for Cade with his speed.
391 feet on the Rembert homer.
Right over the Cook's Pest Control sign out there in left center. 1-1. Ballou takes it inside, 2 balls and a strike. Started to show the bunt, and then didn't.
That one came close to getting him on the leg on the way by, too.
Two balls and a strike to Ballou. 9-1 Auburn. A 4 spot here in the third. The pitch. Ballou swings and misses. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Two and two to Ballou. The wind and delivery. Strike 3 call, a fastball down the middle, and he knew it. 2 outs in the inning. Two down, nobody on for Ike Irish. Fly to deep left center in the first. Single homer run in the second. Irish batting .338 on the season. The team leading 12 homers and 43 runs batted in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Irish takes it a little bit high. It is a tight strike zone tonight, friends. I think Auburn has benefited even more from that tonight. Been rather selective with the pitches they've gone after, to a tune of 9 runs on 9 hits. 1-0 pitch to Irish. There's a strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch from Garino. Although he gave up the 3-run homer to Rembert on an 0-1 pitch, he has a couple strikeouts in the inning. 2 outs, nobody on for Auburn. 4 runs home in the inning for the Tigers. Now the 1-1 to Irish. Ground ball to the right side. First baseman gets. Flips to Garino behind him, and Irish is safe. It's going to be a throwing error on the first baseman, Bo Hollins. Threw it behind the pitcher who was there. He had no chance. Garino had no chance to get to that ball.
And he slung it. I mean, he had some heat behind the throw, too. So really no chance for Garino to react to that and reach back and make the catch.
Unusual for this South Carolina defense. These are two of the better defensive teams going at each other this weekend. South Carolina fielding .975 coming into play tonight, and that's the same in the league. And it gives Cooper McMurray a chance to bat with 2 outs and a runner at first. Stretch in the pitch. Up and in, ball 1. McMurray, the 8th man to bat in the third for Auburn. Nine to 1, the Tigers lead it. We're in the bottom of the third, a runner at first with 2 outs. Garino comes set. And the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes to McMurray. Cooper 0 for 1, tapped out to the first baseman in the first, walked in the second.
As far as Garino kind of lurches on his follow-through, Cooper could bunt for a hit.
2-0. McMurray with a home run cut, but came up empty.
He's got
2-1.
He had something longer in mind there, though.
Yes, he did. Beautiful night for baseball. Gorgeous night for baseball. Tigers lead 9-1. We're in the third. 2-1 pitch. Runner goes. Foul up the left side by McMurray. Irish had the base stolen.
10 men to the plate in the second, 8 and counting here in the third. That's how you build a big lead and provide a little more rope for your starting pitcher. Changes maybe your bullpen plan.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Coop. Irish was off with the last pitch. And a throw over, and Irish is back on a really good move by Garino. Garino does not have one of the 11 pickoffs this season for South Carolina. Teams have stolen 3 times out of 3 attempts against him, however. 2-2. High fly ball to deep right field. It might be out of here. It could be. It is. Number 11 for Cooper McMurray.
Happy graduation day.
Indeed.
My goodness. He sent that ball on a graduation trip. I can't wait to get the tail of the tape on that one.
I think it's at least 420.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it cleared the Performance Center and right on a fly, Bradford. 11-1 Tigers. Third home run of the night for Auburn. Second home run in the inning for the Tigers. And Steele is the ninth man to bat in the third. Shift is on for Lucas. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
423 feet. Lucas was trying to match him with that last swing, too.
Yes, it was. Winding the 0-1 to Steele. Fouled up back. Up and back. 0-2 the count to Steele. Auburn scored 5 times in the second and 6 more times here in the third. 5 runs on 5 hits in the second, 6 runs on 6 hits in the third. I detect a trend. Oh, 2 pitch to Steele. A little bit up. A ball and 2 strikes to Lucas. (11-1) Tigers, 11 runs on 10 hits for Auburn. Stretch and pitch. Popped it up left side. That'll get out of play.
He stayed with the slider there. He was out early and slowed the bat down. Got under it, fought it off.
Let me make a correction. It's 6 runs on 5 hits in this inning with an error by South Carolina. And everybody but Cade Ballou in the order has scored already. And we're not through the third inning.
Is that pretty good?
I think that's very good. Cade might not agree. 1-2 pitch to Steele. Just missed the corner. Garino thought he had strike 3.
Yeah, all Ballou has to show for this is a couple of bruises.
Right. Two balls and 2 strikes for Steele. Shift is on right side of the infield. Tigers lead 11-1. Wind in the pitch. All 3 high and outside.
Really impressive at bat by Steele. Again, I mean, he grounded into a double play last time, but had a good, solid, patient at bat.
Full count with 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn. Lucas Steele awaits the delivery from Garino. Here it is. Just missed. Carolina again thought it had strike 3. So
Auburn,
Steele's aboard, and here comes Guevara for Auburn.
when your 6th hitter is getting his 3rd at bat and you're in the 3rd inning, things are going well. 10th man to bat for a 2nd straight inning.
Guevara led off the inning with a single. He stole a base and scored the first of Auburn's 6 runs in this inning. Here's the pitch. Guevara flies one into left center field. That's a long run for the center fielder. He is back, and it's off of his glove and off the wall. Here comes Steele. Here goes Guevara to third. He is safe with a triple. The center fielder, Hall, got his glove on the ball but couldn't bring it in. He may have brought the ball back in the ballpark.
I think he did.
And Guevara's into third with his first triple of the season. Steele scores his 12-1 Auburn. And now Bub Terrell.
Ball was off the top of the fence.
Guevara at third with 2 outs. 7 runs home in the inning. The pitch to Bub comes up empty. Three homers, a triple, 2 doubles on a stolen base. That's the offense for Auburn. 0-1 to Terrell. Strike called. 0-2.
This team showed up tonight like a team that's fighting for positioning in the SEC, fighting for regional hosting, fighting for maybe a national seed. That's what they look like tonight.
2 outs, a runner at third, 7 runs home in the Auburn third inning. Guarino, the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Terrell goes down on strikes. Guarino struck out the side. There was a lot more to this inning. 7 runs on 6 hits, an error, and a man left. Through 3, Auburn 12, South Carolina 1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Time's running out to find the perfect Mother's Day gift, but it's okay because Macy's is here to help. Shop our annual Mother's Day sale and you'll find gifts that'll make mom say, that's exactly what I wanted. There are diamond necklaces and pendants 30 to 55% off. Handbags from Karl Lagerfeld and Calvin Klein 30% off. And designer fragrance gift sets boxed and ready to give. How easy is that? But don't wait any longer. Mother's Day is Sunday and the sale is happening now at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to Auburn Baseball. Now, more of the Tigers and Gamecocks.
We move to the 4th. Auburn on top against South Carolina 12-1. One change for Auburn. Cade Ballou comes out of the game for Auburn. Looked like he may have injured a shoulder at second base, running the bases. And Bristol Carter comes in and takes over for Ballou in center. 12-1 Auburn on top to take you through the middle 3. Brad Law.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Middle third of the order. Woida, Hollins, Gaskin against Cam Tilley. Tilley is at 46 pitches through 3 innings. Has given up 1 hit. That was a 1-out double in the first that scored Carolina's lone run. It's 12-1. And big left-handed hitting Woida stands in and takes the first pitch a little bit off the plate for ball 1. Auburn comes into the weekend tied for 7th in the league standings. Pitch fouled back in on the hands, a ball and a strike. 13-11, same as Oklahoma, whom Auburn does not play. Ole Miss, who Auburn plays next week in Oxford. And Alabama, who Auburn has beaten 2 of 3 times. A ball and a strike to the DH. The pitch to Woida. High chopper out to second. Rembert backs up, gloves and throws for the first out. 1 down in the top of the 4th, and Bo Hollins. Dad was a major leaguer for the Phillies. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout tonight. Tigers are a game back of 5th place. Tennessee and Vanderbilt are 14-10. Tigers have the tiebreaker over both teams, and they play this weekend in Knoxville. Series gets underway tomorrow night. First pitch to Hollins, curveball, swung on weakly and missed, 0-1. The Tigers are 2 games back of 3rd place. Georgia and LSU tied for 3rd at 15-9. Georgia is at Alabama. 0-1, swung on and missed, another breaking ball. LSU is at home against Arkansas before playing at South Carolina next weekend. 0-2 pitch, shift is on. Here it is, and it's a waste pitch up and away, a ball and 2 strikes to Hollins. So the teams that Auburn is tied with or trails by a game. 1-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. Still a ball, 2 strikes. Of those 5 teams Auburn is tied with or within a game of in the standings, Tigers have the tiebreaker over 3, and they play Ole Miss next week. Ole Miss this week, by the way, is at Mississippi State. That is a surging state team. 1-2. Bouncing ball right side. Gloved by Fabian in the shift. He tosses over and records the out. 2 ground ball outs here in the 4th. And here is Caden Gaskin. He grounded out to third on a check swing on the first pitch he saw in the 2nd inning. Carl Nonemaker is out to move the defense around. Bristol Carter newly into center field. A couple steps over toward right center. Same for Irish. A couple steps toward right. First pitch, little bit low with a fastball to Gaskin. 1-0. 12-1, Tigers top of the 4th. Tilley winds and deals. And this time that fastball is right through the heart for strike 1.
Really good job by Fred. We've talked about it all year, the work he's done behind the plate. He brought that one up.
Yep.
He may have bought a pitch for Auburn right there.
1-1. There's the breaking ball. Gaskin held off. 2-1. Too far out. So Ole Miss at Mississippi State, Arkansas at LSU this weekend, Vandy at Tennessee, Missouri is at Texas A&M, Oklahoma is at Kentucky. 1-1 pitch upstairs, or rather 2-1 pitch upstairs is now 3-1. Georgia at Alabama, Florida at Texas to round out the Yellowwood scoreboard for the weekend. Guess it's the Yellowwood schedule tonight. 3-1. Low, ball 4. That is the 3rd walk issued by Tilley.
The Yellowwood scoreboard is Auburn 12, South Carolina 1.
That's it. Yep, that's it around the SEC tonight, and Auburn athletics. Women's tennis is in action in the Super Regionals.
At Duke tomorrow. It's the Sweet 16, the Super Regional. The winner moves on to Waco, Texas, and the Elite 8. That's a 4 o'clock match Central Time in Durham.
Here's Evan Stone. He's 0-for-1 with a strikeout. First pitch to him misses outside, 1-0.
There's a lot of folks wondering why Auburn isn't hosting this event rather than Duke. Auburn's RPI was higher.
Yep.
Its ranking was higher.
It's the 8-9 matchup, so
right.
2 pretty even teams, and Tigers have to travel. Here's the 1-0. Fouled back, a ball and a strike to Stone.
Auburn men's golf getting ready to host the NCAA Regional at the Auburn University Club Monday through Wednesday of next week.
This time of year, when you get to graduation weekend, there's fewer events on the calendar, but they mean a little more because you're in postseason time.
Indeed.
Getting close to it anyway. A ball and a strike to Stone, pitched from Tilley. Little chopper foul left side, and it's 1-2.
Keep in mind as well, coming to the ballpark tomorrow and Saturday, graduation all weekend long. Starting tomorrow, a 5:30 commencement at Neville Arena. Baseball scheduled for a 6 o'clock start tomorrow, so parking will be at a premium, and the same for Saturday right now as well.
Well, the 1-2 pitch with 2 outs and a runner on. Tilley delivers, and he just got a piece of it, did Stone.
3 commencements on Saturday at 8 a.m., at 1 p.m., and at 6 p.m., and right now a 2:30 start time for the 3rd and final game of this series. So, again, parking will be at a premium.
Mm-hmm. Give yourself a little extra time. Check the app or the website for parking information. It's there. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball up and in. Tilley gets his 5th strikeout of the game. He struck out Stone twice, and he works around a 2-out single in the 4th. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left for South Carolina. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 12-1 Tigers, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Football season is coming soon.
Man wide open, Cam Coleman, touchdown Auburn!
The Tigers return Friday, August 29th at Baylor.
Oh, the second he goes down. Oh, he got blindsided by Pelbrick. Oh,
Reed in trouble.
Reed goes down. DeMarcus Riddick
This is your exclusive home for Auburn football, the Auburn Sports Network.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. Auburn 12, South Carolina 1. Tigers coming to the plate in the fourth. They have sent 21 to the plate over the last 2 innings. It'll be Freilich, Fabian, and Rembert to start it here in the fourth. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek's a place to do it. SeatGeek's the official ticketing partner of the Tigers. Expect the expected with SeatGeek. 12 runs on 11 hits. Home runs from Steele, Rembert, and McMurray. Freilich is 2 for 2 with a pair of opposite field singles. He has scored twice. Garino goes back to work and lands a strike on the inside corner at the knees. 0-1 to Freilich. Chase's average up to 345. He's raised at 8 points with a 2 for 2 start. Right-handed Garino, left-handed Freilich. The pitch way outside and low, and it's 1-1. Auburn, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Alabama, all tied for 7th. Then 2 games behind that pack is Florida at 11-13. Gators are at Texas this weekend. 1-1 pitch. Flied back and out of play, a ball and 2 strikes.
Top 8 teams get a first-round bye at the SEC tournament. Top 4 teams get a double bye.
Yeah. Looking at the schedules, it's going to be it's a tall mountain to climb to try to catch Georgia and LSU at 15-9. A ball and 2 strikes to Freilich. Wind in the pitch. Way outside and high, 2-2. LSU hosting Arkansas this weekend. That's not easy. They go to South Carolina to close the regular season. Georgia has the tiebreaker over Auburn. They are at Alabama this weekend and then at Texas A&M to close the regular season. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Freilich. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Garino with another strikeout. He's been effective.
4 Ks for Garino.
He retires the leadoff hitter. And here's Fabian. Auburn 12, South Carolina 1. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Series opener. First pitch to Fabian. Landed the off-speed pitch on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Fabian, an RBI double and a run scored in the second. A strikeout in the third. He was the first batter that Garino faced. So now his second look at the freshman right-hander from New Jersey. And he lines it into right center field and deep. Back to the wall. It is off the wall. Fabian heads for second. He slides in safely with his second double of the game and 7th of the season. Opposite field double off the wall in right center.
That was a rocket. No chance for Jackson to catch up to that one. He was just hoping that it hit the wall. That's it. Paul Maneri makes the Pepper Tree pitching change before he gets to the first base line for South Carolina.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity
A number on the front.
We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Pepper Tree pitching change for South Carolina, and they go to right-hander, number 33, Tyler Pitzer. 6'2", 205, a sophomore from McDonald, Pennsylvania, South Fayette Township High School. Pitzer on the year, 4-0, an earned run average of 4. That is number 33, right?
Yes.
Making his 19th appearance, his 16th in relief, make that 17th in relief, has a save. 27 innings, 15 runs, 12 earned on 26 hits, 31 strikeouts, 25 walks, no homers, and opponents are hitting .268 against Pitzer. In the SEC, no record, an ERA of 8.22. This will be his 7th relief appearance in Southeastern Conference play. He comes on with a runner at second, one out in the Auburn top or the bottom of the fourth, and the Tigers on top 12-1.
South Carolina doesn't have numbers on the front of their jerseys either, like Tennessee last week. Garino, an inning and a third. 4 hits, 4 runs, only one of them earned to this point. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He threw 39 pitches, 25 for strikes. Garino out, Pitzer in. The runner at second, Fabian, belongs to Garino. Now we'll see what Rembert can do. All he's done so far today is double, homer, score twice, drive in 5. Auburn leads 12-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Tigers really locked in offensively. They've had a base runner in every inning. They have 12 hits in the game. And a slew of extra base hits. 7 of Auburn's 12 hits have been extra base hits. Rembert has a couple of those. Right-handed hitting freshman ready. First pitch, check swing. It's a slider. It's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Pitzer. Live slider.
Auburn is 9 of 14 with runners on base.
0-1. Another slider waved at and missed. Late break.
5 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
That'll win you games if that's your game total.
Right. And 2 for 5 with 2 outs.
We're in the fourth. The 0-2 to Rembert from Pitzer. Fouled it back, got a piece of the slider.
Barely.
That is some wicked movement on that breaking
is.
ball. I think you got to start talking about Chris Rembert as freshman of the year in the SEC. He's been steady and consistent, but the last month he's ratcheted it up even more. And if you put his numbers against some of the other leading candidates in the league, they don't just measure up, he's got the edge. 0-2. Upstairs with a fastball at 92. A ball and 2 strikes.
The closer at Texas.
Yeah.
May be the primary competition there.
And the fact that he's the only pitcher in the conversation, the other 3, the position players, may kind of take votes from each other. 1-2. High fly ball deep left center field. Did he get enough? Left fielder back to the track. He makes the catch. Rembert got under it just a little bit. He chased Stone all the way back into the canyon, and he made the catch near the track for the out. 2 away. And now here's Bristol Carter. He came on defensively in the top of the inning for Ballou in center field. Transfer from ECU gets his first at bat in the game. With 2 outs and a runner at second. 5 in the second, 7 in the third. It's 12-1. We're in the fourth. There's a breaking ball that misses high, 1-0. Carter in SEC play hitting .255, a homer and 4 RBIs. Pitch. Breaking ball. There's a strike. Caught the top of the zone. 1-1. Fabian, the runner at second, after his second double of the game. He's there with 2 outs. A ball and a strike on Carter. Pitzer fires and misses up and in with a fastball. 2-1. 3 more scheduled games in the regular season in this ballpark. Final 2 of this series, and then Jack State Tuesday.
The key regular season.
Yes. 2-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 2-2.
It has been nothing but breaking balls for pitchers since coming in. I don't think he's thrown a fastball yet.
Have you thought much about this ballpark for a regional? Or
yeah, I have.
Even beyond that?
Yeah.
With the additions?
Sure have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-2. Watches a breaking ball, breaks up there, bounces away from the catcher. Fabian stays put, however, at second base. And now the count goes full.
I think this will be a grand setting for postseason play.
If Auburn does indeed host, it would be the 3rd time in the last 4 years. And Auburn has put itself in prime position for that. Payoff pitch. Little chopper foul left side.
That was the fastball at 92.
And it was up. So still 3-2. Carter hangs tough. Runner at second. Tigers lead 12-1. A dozen runs on a dozen hits. Cam Tilley has surrendered a run on a couple of hits. And here is the payoff pitch. Hit him. Breaking ball that never broke on a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Plunks Carter near the 5 on the back of his jersey.
That spot in the order has been hit 3 times tonight.
Yeah.
Twice by Ballou, and now Carter.
Yeah, it was a walk last inning. He's given up a run on 1 hit till he has. Now here's Ike Irish. Irish has singled. He has reached on an error. He's driven in a run. He scored a run. First and second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Pitzer delivers. Irish takes it outside for ball 1. Carter at first. Fabian at second. Here's the South Carolina pitching coach out to talk with Pitzer, the second reliever of the game for the Gamecocks. Auburn starter tomorrow, Sam Dutton.
How's he done this year for Auburn, Brad?
He's 6-2 with a .237 earned run average. Jake McCoy is the starter for South Carolina. He's 4-4 with a .618 ERA. They have not listed their Sunday starter. And it's interesting to see how they play this out of the pen. They have Pitzer in there now and trailing by 11 in the 4th inning with still 2 games to go. Meeting on the mound is over. Irish waves a bat over the plate. Junior right fielder. Stretching the pitch. Off speed, swung on and missed. He was trying to hit it. Gosh.
Hard.
Out to East University Drive. A ball and a strike.
Into the hayfields.
It's a long way from here.
Which is a good spot to park this weekend for graduation in baseball.
Good point. 1-1. Slider, back door, didn't get the corner. 2-1. South Carolina got its run in the first. Auburn nothing in the first, but huge innings in the second and third. And trying to put a crooked number up in the 4th. 2-1 pitch. Off speed, driven, right field line, deep, back. That is gone. It is off the Performance Center. Home run number 13 for Ike Irish. It's a 3-run blast. and the Tigers lead 15-1. Auburn's 4th home run of the game. We said coming in, South Carolina has surrendered a bunch of home runs in league play. Auburn has hit 4 tonight. So Irish with RBIs 44, 45, and 46. 10 of his 13 home runs have come in SEC play. And now here's Cooper McMurray, who belted one out his last time up.
361 feet.
First pitch to McMurray on the outside corner for strike 1. We are in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers 15, Gamecocks 1. A 1 pitch, way outside and high, 1-1 the count. First time Auburn has hit double-figure scoring since game 1 of the Alabama series, so they won 10-0 in 7 innings. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. Scored 13 against South Alabama in Montgomery. Scored 13 against Alabama State. Scored 10 against Old Dominion. 13 against Ohio State. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Scored double digits against Wright State in the first 2 games of that series and scored 14 against Holy Cross in the finale. So this is a season high 15 runs for the Tigers tonight. 3-1 pitch to McMurray. High fly ball, right center field. He got under it. Center fielder is over. Hall waits for it to come down out of the night sky, and he puts it away for the out, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. But Auburn scores 3 more times on 2 more extra base hits, including a 3-run home run by Ike Irish. No errors, nobody left on base. Through 4, your new score, Auburn 15, South Carolina 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
They're having a good time here at Plainsman Park tonight. Auburn leads South Carolina 15-1 in the series opener. Ike Irish with a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 4th has now collected his 200th hit as an Auburn Tiger.
That's good. That's a nice way to celebrate graduation.
What an exclamation point, huh?
Yeah.
Graduation night, your 200th hit is a home run, and your team leads 15-1.
Stay focused. Keep executing.
Well, especially for Tilly on the mound.
Absolutely.
Scobie, the batter, first pitch. Fly ball center field. Bristol Carter over to his right and back a couple steps. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 5th. Thank you very much.
That's the 67th pitch by Tilly, who needed 21 to get through the 1st. And has only had 2 base runners allowed since then.
Yeah, a couple of walks. The only hit he's allowed was the 1-out double to Nathan Hall when he fell behind 3-0. Here is Braylon, freshman catcher. First pitch to him, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the fifth inning. Fifth inning presented by Wind Creek Casinos. Elevate your game plan to fabulous. Tilly's 1-0. Swung, popped up right side out of play. A ball and a strike. Elevate your game plan to fabulous.
Fabulous.
Play the hottest games and win
Fabulous
rewards at Wind Creek.
Sorry.
Wind Creek Casinos and on the Casinoverse app.
Checked out for a second.
It's all right. Stay focused.
Yes, you're right.
1-1 pitch. Curve line past Guevara and into left field. It's a base hit for Braylon.
Nice job by Bub to get over there and hold him to a single.
Sure was. That was down the line and left. Bub covers a lot of ground in a hurry. And he holds Braylon to a single, just the second hit of the night for South Carolina, the first since the first inning. Now back to the top of the order. And Blake Jackson, who has walked twice. Three walks for Tilly, 5 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed. Stretched by the right-handed sophomore, and the pitch to Jackson. That's over for a strike, 0-1. Good to get ahead of this guy. Good crowd here enjoying beautiful weather. War Eagle Wall is packed. 0-1 pitch. High chopper right side. Rembert Fields goes to second. They get the force. Don't even try to turn the double play. It was too high a bounce out to deep second. But Rembert flips easily to second to get Braylon on the force.
And that's not an easy getting the lead runner there because he's backing up. He's throwing as his momentum is carrying him away. But nice flip to Fabian covering. You get the lead runner.
I notice a lot of the fans out at the back 40 have those beverage helmets from Tiger Dega Knights a couple of weeks ago. There's a throw to first. It chases Jackson back. He has 5 stolen bases, including one earlier tonight. Batter is Henry Kazmar.
Sure, they're using those responsibly, Brad.
Well, they're using them.
Okie doke.
For how they're intended to be used. Pitch. Downstairs.
You say that they understand the concept.
They do.
Okay.
And they look as if they have some experience with them, too.
Oh, okay.
They're not trying to figure them out on the fly.
No instructions needed. Kind of a plug and play, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Fastball at 91.
Yeah, went after the fastball. 1-1. Kazmar's bounced out a couple of times, once to second and once to first. So he's pulled it both times. Left-handed hitting shortstop. Tilly straightens up, working from the stretch. He fires and misses outside 2-1. After a slow start, Cam is 1 out away from getting through the 5th inning. And what a tone setter that could be for this weekend on the mound. 2-1. High and away, 3-1. Nathan Hall waits on deck.
Before this inning, Auburn populated the bullpen. Remember that Cam had 66 pitches coming into the inning. So Auburn's bullpen is going to play a factor in this ballgame. Be good to see Tilly get through 5 innings, though, at least 5 innings.
Throw to first, chases the runner back. Well, and just for his continued development.
Well, this is the longest outing of his career.
Yes, it is.
Right now.
3rd straight week he has started. 3rd start of his career, period. Pitch. Lifted foul left side up toward the Tiger Terrace. 3-2. With 2 outs. And Jackson at first. Auburn leads 15-1 in the top of the 5th. Tilly, right arm hanging down by his side. Pitch clock at 15. Puts the ball in the glove. Set just above the belt. Payoff pitch. High ball 4. 4th walk of the game for Tilly. 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. I wonder if that'll draw a visit or if they'll just let him work it out.
Now, this is their best hitter at the plate right here. He showed us in the first 3-0 pitch. He was swinging and doubled into the gap in right center to plate the only run thus far for South Carolina. Applied to deep center back in the third.
First pitch to Nathan Hall is in for a strike, an off-speed pitch, 0-1. Cam getting ahead more often. Right-handed hitting center fielder. Tilly checks second, comes home. Bounced it up there, blocked by Fralick. Didn't know where the ball went at first. It had just fallen right below him.
Carolina playing this weekend without its top home run guy, Ethan Petrie, with 10 homers and 34 runs batted in. He injured his shoulder 2 weeks ago at, was it Ole Miss or Kentucky? It was at Kentucky. A couple weeks ago. Collided with the wall in foul ground and sprained or strained his AC joint.
It's a bizarre play. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Nice pitch. Nice change.
Some activity now getting going in the Auburn bullpen. Just some long tossing. Initial throws for a right-hander.
Ben Shore.
A fellow graduate. 1-2. Struck him out. 6 strikeouts for Tilly. K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. No runs on a hit and a walk. No errors, 2 stranded for the Gamecocks. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 15-1. Tigers in front. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends, ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta, oh, sorry, or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball against South Carolina.
15 runs, 13 hits, no errors, 4 left on base for Auburn. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 5 stranded for South Carolina. And Auburn in the bottom of the 5th will have Steele, Guevara, and Terrell due up against Tyler Pitzer, who stays in the game for South Carolina. Conecuh sausage.
Ooh.
Can I just remind you?
Please do.
Conecuh is the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. If you're coming to a game this weekend, try a Conecuh hot dog.
Or the sausage dog.
Well, sausage dog too, yeah. Conecuh sausage, a game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store. More about Conecuh after the pitch to Steele. It's outside, ball 1.
By the way, Tuesday night,
yeah,
$2 Conecuh dogs.
Ooh, the last one of those for the year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time to load up Tuesday against Jack State. 1-0 the pitch to Steele, and it misses outside 2-0. You can also visit that Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen off I-65 at exit 96. First time I went there, I thought, all right, well, they'll have sausage, and that maybe is all.
And they did.
Well, they did have sausage, but they had a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 2-0. Upstairs, 3 balls, no strikes. Lucas Steele has homered, walked. He has hit into a double play. He has scored twice. He tied the game with a solo homer way back in the 2nd inning. Shift is on against him, the 3-0 pitch. He's taken all the way, and he takes strike 1.
It's been a steady diet of fastballs in this inning from Pitzer, who came on and was effective with the slider early on in that outing.
3-1 offering. Steele takes ball 4 outside. He draws his 2nd walk of the night. And the leadoff man's on base for Eric Guevara. 2 for 3. done a little bit of everything tonight. A single, a triple, a stolen base, an RBI, and a run scored.
Ben Shore continues to warm in the Auburn pen. Might we see Ben in the 6th? Might we?
Pitch to Guevara, breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. I think we might. Or the 7th.
The 7th inning could be a big one tonight.
Yes, it could.
With Auburn leading by 14 runs.
0-1 pitch to Guevara. Breaking ball, strike 2.
2 really good sliders to Guevara from pitcher.
2 hits for Rembert, 2 hits for Irish, 2 hits for Steele, 2 hits for Terrell, 2 hits for Freilich, 2 hits for Fabian. I'm sorry, those are runs scored.
That's pretty good, too.
Pretty close, yeah. Low base hit, ground ball, opposite field. It was down and away, and Guevara just dropped the head of the bat, singled through the hole on the right side. A base hit for Guevara, his 3rd of the game.
14 on the night for the Tigers.
And they're 1st and 2nd with nobody out in the 5th. Hits. Really, it's pretty close. 2 for Rembert, 2 for Irish, 3 for Guevara, 2 for Freilich, and 2 for Fabian. Just production up and down the lineup. Terrell has been hit by a pitch. He's singled. He's driven in a run. He's scored twice. Pitch to Bub. Low, 1-0. That was on an 0-2 pitch, and not a bad pitch. Guevara just went down and delivered a better piece of hitting. Stretched by Pitzer. And the 1-0. Bounced up there, gets away from the catcher. He had no chance. Runners advance. They're at 2nd and 3rd on the wild pitch.
All he could do was get a piece of the body on that ball.
It kicked far enough to his right for the base runners to move up. So Steele down to 3rd, Guevara at 2nd. Auburn with 5 in the 2nd, 7 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th. And they bat with runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out here in the 5th. Pitzer looks home and deals. Little grounder foul right side in front of the South Carolina dugout. 2-1 to Bub Terrell. Terrell hitting .304 in SEC home games coming into this one. Pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Nobody out. 2nd and 3rd. Graduation night at Plainsman Park. And the series opener. Tigers have a commanding lead. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman who slips down, still gathers, throws Terrell out, but Steele scores from 3rd. And Auburn leads 16-1 on Terrell's 25th RBI of the season.
He went down for that one and hit it hard, but right at Gaskin at 2nd. That wild pitch that got Steele to 3rd allows him to score.
With runners at 2nd and 3rd, too, Bub wanted to try to pull it to the right side and get at least that one runner home, and he did. So now Guevara down to 3rd with 1 out. And Chase Freilich, who is 2 for 3 on the night, stands in. Chase a couple of opposite field singles and a strikeout, and he takes a slider for strike 1.
Lucas Steele, by the way, ties a career high with 3 runs scored. He did it 3 times previously at Samford.
0-1 to Freilich. Called strike on the inside corner. I don't think Chase bought either one of those strike calls. A 3-hit night for Guevara. That's his 2nd of the year. He had one a couple of weekends ago.
It's Mississippi State.
Yep. Here's the 0-2 to Freilich. Fly ball, foul right side. He turned on it in a hurry. Huge swing.
Hit it to the cafeteria. That's how far he turned on that one.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third. Auburn has scored for a 4th straight inning. Tigers lead 16-1. It's their highest scoring output of the season. 0-2 to Freilich again. Missed outside, a ball and 2 strikes. This game was moved from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock so that it could garner a national TV audience. 1-2 pitch to Freilich. Line drive, right center field. That is down. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Guevara could crawl home. Freilich jogs to second. It's a stand-up double for Chase Freilich, his 3rd hit of the ball game, his 7th double in SEC play, and his 12th overall. And it's 17-1.
Just split the gap in right center.
Freilich drives in his 37th run of the season. Second Tiger to collect a 3-hit night. Here's Derek Fabian. He has 2 doubles, 2 for 3. 15 hits for the Tigers tonight. Pitch, swing, and a miss, 0-1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Fabian, an RBI double and a run scored in the 2nd. He doubled and scored again in the 4th. Auburn is batting .536 in tonight's game. 15 for 28. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back out of play, 0-2. 12 for 19 with runners on base. 7 for 12 with runners in scoring position. And 3 for 7 with 2 outs. Earlier this year, Gabe Gross talked about how he didn't think the team had tapped into its offensive potential yet. Up and down the lineup. 0-2. Swing and a miss at a slider, tailing away. Fabian alternating doubles and strikeouts tonight. He's 2 for 4. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. And now Chris Rimbert coming to the plate. Rimbert in the SEC has 20 runs scored, 31 hits, 5 homers, 17 RBIs, 13 walks, and only 17 strikeouts. And he lines one to right field. That's down for a hit. Rimbert has a 3-hit game. Rounding third is Freilich. He scores without a throw. It's now 18-1 Auburn on Rimbert's 3rd hit and his 6th RBI of the game.
Little bloop to right off the end of the bat.
And again, the bottom half of the order gets on base, sets the table, and Rimbert knocks him home. That is Rimbert's. By the way, he has reached 3 times tonight. He's done that 12 times in Auburn's last 39 games. SEC Freshman of the Year material. Bristol Carter waves and misses at a slider, 0-1. His 2nd at bat. He came on defensively in the top of the 4th for Cade Ballou. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th inning. Now bats in the 5th, 0-1. Ground ball, left side, shortstop dives to stop it. They try to go to second. That was the only chance, but Rimbert beat the force at second. So they're at first and second on the infield single by Bristol Carter. First and second with 2 outs. And Ike Irish at the plate. Ike's 200th hit in the orange and blue an inning ago, a 3-run homer to right. He's got 2 hits. He's also reached on an error. He takes ball 1 high. He's the 8th man to bat in the 5th inning. Could give you all the stats or just sum it up by saying it's the best offensive night Auburn has had this season.
SEC or otherwise.
Correct. 1-0 pitch. Fly down the left side, foul into the Tiger terrace sharply. And it's 1-1.
Irish among those honored in pregame graduation ceremonies. Did that in 3 years.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
That's not a guy who was coasting through the student part of student athlete. I don't feel like Ike coasts through anything. A ball and a strike. 1-1. Outside, nowhere close, 2-1. Tyler Pitzer. He's thrown 40 pitches in relief. Cooper McMurray on deck. He would be next. There are 2 outs in the inning. Rembert at second, Carter at first. 2-1 pitch. Way outside, 3-1. That was further out than the one before. Irish has homered. McMurray on deck has homered. So is Steele, so is Rembert. 18-1, Tigers in the 5th. Stretched by Pitzer. And the 3-1. Outside, ball 4, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Cooper McMurray is the batter with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He's the 9th man to bat in the 5th. 3rd inning out of 5 that Auburn has batted around tonight. McMurray already has a 2-run homer on his belt tonight. First pitch bounces up there, gets away from the catcher, and the run comes home to score. Rembert scores from 3rd on the wild pitch.
I think they're going to say that he was hit by the pitch.
Or he was hit by the pitch. Okay, you're right. They're pointing to first. So McMurray is taking it.
And that's an RBI for Cooper.
And that makes it 19-1. So Rembert scores, Carter down to 3rd, Irish over to 2nd, McMurray at 1st, and Lucas Steele the batter.
3rd time tonight that Auburn has batted around in an inning.
Steele started it with a walk. He came around to score. He has scored 3 times tonight. First pitch to him, missed outside, ball 1. Lucas drove in 3 runs in the finale at Tennessee and did it in 3 different at-bats, 3 different ways. Switch hitting, designated hitter. 1-0 pitch, way outside, 2-0. 2 outs.
There is activity in the Carolina bullpen.
We're in the 5th. Auburn leads 19-1. Tigers are 6 outs away from ending it early. 2-0 pitch. Outside 3-0. A walk means Auburn's 20th run of the game. When's the last time Auburn scored 20 in an SEC game? .30 pitch. Low, ball 4. Steele draws a bases-loaded walk, and Auburn leads South Carolina 20-1, and that's the end of the line for Tyler Pitzer. Tigers lead 20-1. Bases loaded, and Eric Guevara coming to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's another Pepper Tree pitching change for the visitors from Columbia, with the Tigers on top 20-1 in the 5th inning.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Bases loaded with 2 outs. Auburn has scored 5 times here in the 5th. Tigers lead 20-1. And South Carolina goes to number 41, Cooper Parks, in this Pepper Tree pitching change. 6'2", 165, freshman from York, South Carolina, and York Comprehensive School. Cooper making his 5th relief appearance on the season. No record, an ERA of 13.5. 5 1/3 innings, 8 runs all earned on 7 hits, strikeout, 6 walks, 2 homers, 350 the average. Parks is making his 3rd relief appearance in the league, no record, and an ERA of 16.2 in league play.
The 20 runs scored by Auburn tonight are the most for the Tigers in an SEC game since 2018, when they beat Alabama 20-5.
And I think that game was there.
It was.
Auburn swept that series in Tuscaloosa.
And won every game
going away.
Yeah.
Edouard Julian, he had about 4 into the students out in right field that weekend.
Every spot in the lineup has a base hit tonight. 20 runs on 17 hits. It's exactly what you would hope for from this team. Let's talk about this now. Andy, you've been here for pretty much every game of Butch Thompson's time here. The identifying marks of a Butch Thompson team, they start to round into form in May. Yeah. Even the seasons that they didn't go to a regional, even the teams that were young and they kind of struggled here and there. First the pitch to Guevara, bounced up there, 1 ball, no strikes.
And last year's an example of that. Yeah. I mean, Auburn won series at Missouri and home against Alabama
in
to
May.
Close out last year. And Auburn was eliminated from the SEC tournament in Columbia.
Yep. 1-0. Fly ball center field. Back goes Hall. Still going. He's back. It's gone. It's a grand slam home run. Eric Guevara. 4th home run of the year. He launched a missile off the batter's eye in center field. 24-1.
Off the top of the batter's eye. The top of the batter's eye in center.
His 4th hit of the game. My goodness. Bub Terrell takes a strike. A 9 spot in the inning. Terrell rolls over on it, fouls it off to the right side. 0-2 to Bub. Terrell, the 12th man to bat here in the 5th inning. 9 runs. Most of it coming after 2 were out. 0-2 pitch, missed up and away, a ball and 2 strikes. Terrell has singled. He's been hit by a pitch. He's driven in a run with a ground out tonight. Couple of RBIs for Bub. And the 1-2 from Parks. Swing and a miss. Got him. And the inning is over. But Auburn tacks on 9 more runs. A grand slam by Eric Guevara. And let's check the distance on this one. 424 feet to straightaway center field. 9 runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits in the inning. No errors, nobody left. 24-1 through 5. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. And if you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagle.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
We go to the 6th with Auburn safely on top. And Auburn goes to a Ford F-150 call to the bullpen for one of Auburn's graduates, Ben Shore. Redshirt senior right-hander, 6'1", 203 out of Columbus, Georgia, Columbus High School. Ben is making his 7th relief appearance of the season, 1-0, a 6.35 ERA. 5 2/3 innings, 4 runs on 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, no homers. Opponents hitting .273 against Ben Shore. This will be his 3rd relief appearance in the league, no record, an ERA of 9. A run on a hit in 1 inning of work, a strikeout, 2 walks, no homers, and the league hitting .250 against Ben Shore. Really good outing for Cam Tilley. 5 innings, a run on 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks. He threw 82 pitches, 49 for strikes. He can be the winner. He cannot, absolutely cannot, be the loser.
Middle third of the order for South Carolina here in the 6th inning. Shore celebrated graduation earlier today. There's a swing and a miss by Woida. W-O-I-T-A. Woida. He's grounded out to second twice. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Shore came to Auburn as a catcher. Finish out his career in the orange and blue as a pitcher. 0-2 pitch to Woida. On the way. Bounced it up there, a ball and 2 strikes. Talked to Ben before the season started. He said, it's crazy. I've been here half the time that Butch Thompson's been here. 1-2 pitch. Popped up, left side. That'll get over the net and into the seats.
Tell you what, after that first inning, and there was a leadoff walk by by Tilley, and then he gave up the 1-out single. Boy, after that, Cam went to work. And listen, it helped that the offense started to explode on South Carolina. But that was a good, focused outing for Cam Tilley on opening night of this series.
1-2 pitch, fly to left field and deep. Terrell goes back all the way to the wall. He looks up, and it is over the wall. It's a solo homer for Jace Woida, his 6th home run of the season. And South Carolina trims the deficit. It's 24-2. Opposite field, solo homer on a 1-2 pitch. And now here is Bo Hollins. Hollins is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. First pitch, inside, ball 1. Infield plays him to pull. 1-0 pitch. Fouled back to the net. 1 ball, 1 strike. There is rain in the forecast for the weekend. So do not be surprised if we see some schedule changes. Saturday's finale, bouncing ball to first. McMurray gloves, underhand tosses to Shore, covering for the out. Hollins is 0 for 3. Right now, Saturday's finale scheduled for 2:30.
There's a lot of rain in the forecast for Saturday.
Exactly.
Tune in to auburntigers.com.
Yep.
That'll have all of the information you need.
Now here is Caden Gaskin. Gaskin has walked and grounded to third. Pitch, strike at the knees, 0-1. Now, Shore gave up the homer, but he's come in and understood the assignment. He's throwing strikes. Not too many times you come in with a 23-run lead. Swing and a miss, a beautiful off-speed pitch, 0-2.
I'm quite certain it's never happened for Ben, considering he wasn't a pitcher at Auburn until a couple of years ago.
Rhetorically, not often anybody comes in with a 23-run lead.
That's correct.
0-2. Low and away, a ball and 2 strikes. By the way, Blue was hit twice in this game. Second time this year he's been hit twice in a game. 1-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and Gaskin is disposed of for the second out of the inning.
Ben will tell you that his best pitch, his most effective pitch, is a slider, and that's what he got Gaskin on right there. Now, when he picked up that win in relief at Jacksonville State, when he struck out, 4 of the 5 batters he faced?
Yeah.
That night, it was the heater. It was the fastball. That was a really good slider to Gaskin.
Evan Stone, the left fielder, is the hitter. The pitch. Line drive, base hit to left. First pitch, breaking ball. He singled it to left field. Last time Auburn scored 20 or more runs in any game. Scored 24 against Austin Peay last year in March. Last time they scored 25, they're one away from that. Last time they scored 25 was against Longwood in 2018 in February. It must have been opening weekend. Here is K.J. Scobie. Takes ball 1 low. Scobie is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly to center. One-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
That was an elevated fastball at 91.
Right-handed hitter out of Lakeland, Florida. Stretched by Shore, pitch to Scobie. Bouncing ball, right side. Here comes Rembert, charging, throwing, got him for out number 3. He had eyes on an infield single, did Scobie, and he would have got away with it were it not for that meddling Chris Rembert at second base. So South Carolina gets a run on the leadoff homer by Woida. 1 of 2 hits in the inning, no errors and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Auburn 24, South Carolina 2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste because you know all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. And if you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagle.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning with Auburn on top of South Carolina 24-2. Most runs Auburn has scored in SEC play since at least 2018. It was the most since 2018 when they got to 20. We got to dig back further to find the last time they scored 24 in an SEC game. Tigers will have Freilich, Fabian. Well, looks like Eric Snow has grabbed the bat, and he will hit for Fabian. So Freilich, Snow, and Rembert's a scheduled hitter. Addison Klepsch has a bat in the dugout. I wonder if they'd send him out there. Cooper Parks back out there for South Carolina. Carolina just ran into a freight train in orange and blue tonight. Pitch home. Bouncing ball up the middle. Freilich found another hole for a base hit. A 4-hit game for Chase Freilich.
And 3 of the 4 hits from second base to the left side. That was just to the left side of the second base bag.
That is Freilich's second 4-hit game of the year. His 18th multi-hit game. My goodness, a freshman. Now here's Eric Snow. Pitch to Snow. He's swinging at the first pitch, fouls it back, 0-1. Fabian went 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles and a pair of runs scored tonight.
Klepsch is in the on-deck circle for the Tigers.
Pitch to Snow, missed outside, a ball and a strike. Transfer from South Florida. Snow in the league hitting 195. Overall, 273. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down. A ball and 2 strikes to the pinch hitter. Auburn scored 5 runs in the second inning, and then it was off to the races. 7 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 9 in the fifth. A ball and 2 strikes to Snow. Runner at first, nobody out. Pitch. Bounced up there, gets away from the catcher, all the way back to the net. Catcher doesn't know where the ball is. He just found it. Did Braylon. And Freilich was standing at second by the time he located the ball. A wild pitch. 2-2 to Snow.
Well, and right now, among the questions, how will both of these teams react to game 2 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or from this one to game 2 tomorrow? Does Auburn keep its focus after what should be a
2-2.
lopsided win?
Bouncing ball up the middle into center field. They will hold Freilich at third base. Eric Snow with a pinch hit single up the middle. That is Auburn's 20th hit of the game.
Does Carolina come out with a mat on tomorrow for game 2 of this series?
You know, it's interesting. I was talking with Sonny DeShera.
Sonny D.
Earlier today, Sonny DeShera and Lindsey Crosby, and we talk baseball a couple of times a week. We're talking about how the dynamic in the league is different this year because you're not fighting for a spot in the tournament. First pitch to Addison Klepsch is in for a strike. And so you don't see teams that are, you know, the last couple of weekends of the season, typically you got some teams fighting for the last spot in Hoover. There's a fly ball right side, out of play for Klepsch. No balls, 2 strikes. So teams that have struggled, they're still guaranteed to make Hoover. Is that when they make changes? Do they try to make any other personnel changes leading up to it? This is Klepsch's 6th at-bat in SEC play. He swings and misses at a slider, and he is down on 3 pitches.
How will that tournament be coached? Because it's single elimination now. There's no more Double elimination in the SEC tournament.
Well, and those with a double bye, you could play on Thursday or Friday, your first game.
Right.
If you get your double, the teams that get the double bye,
top 4 teams,
they're playing a weekend series, basically.
Right.
And teams that get the first round bye, the 5 through 8, you're pitching like it's a midweek and then a weekend series. Here's Bristol Carter. Bouncing ball left side, gloved by the third baseman. They go to second for 1 and on to first for the double play. If this were a tight game, they might challenge that, but they do not. It's a 5-4-3 double play, and the inning is over. No runs on a couple of hits, no errors and a runner left for Auburn. We go to the 7th inning. Auburn needs 3 outs to claim the win here in the series opener. It's 24-2, Tigers in front. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
War Eagle Auburn family, it's time to join Aubie's Kids Club for this upcoming school year. Your favorite Tigers Kids Club memberships are on sale now. Presented by Chappie's Deli, Aubie's Kids Club offers 2 membership options that give you a t-shirt, a lunchbox, a men's basketball SEC Champions mini pennant, and more. You can also check in at different Auburn athletics events to receive points and earn prizes, only available through Aubie's Kids Club. So what are you waiting for? With memberships on sale now, head to aubieskidsclub.com to join the coolest club on the plains.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health. We go to the top of the 7th. Auburn on top 24-2. Ben Shore back to work, his second inning of work. Eric Snow stays in the game. He'll play shortstop. Addison Klepch stays in the game. He's at second. So here's your defense. McMurray at first, Klepch at second, Guevara at third, Snow at short. Terrell in left, Carter in center, Irish in right, Freilich behind the plate, Ben Shore has to get the final 3 outs of this one with the Tigers leading 24-2. Yes, the 10-run rule, the mercy rule, is in effect. Gavin Brayland will lead it off, the catcher. And it's Ryan Bakes that will pinch hit for him. And he swings at the first pitch from Shore and fouls it off. Ryan is senior from Algonquin, Illinois. The pitch. Chopper foul left side. Let me double check that. Make sure that hometown is right. Yep, from Algonquin, Illinois, Huntley High School. He's the first of the pinch hitters in this inning. Kennedy Jones will be the second. Tigers lead it 24-2. Shore off the stretch and the pitch to Bakes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3-pitch strikeout for Ben Shore. And that brings Kennedy Jones to the plate. 6'1" outfielder, 220 pounds, a senior from Norfolk, Virginia, and UNC Greensboro. One down, top of the 7th. Auburn 24, South Carolina 7. 24 runs on 20 hits for Auburn. The Tigers have only stranded 4 runners tonight. That's an efficient night of work. Efficiently prolific. The pitch to Jones, pass ball, strike 1. Guevara guards the line at third. McMurray well off the line at first. 0-1 to Jones. It misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dalton Mayshore will be the third pinch hitter of the inning for South Carolina. A ball and a strike to Jones. The pitch swings, hits it deep down the right side. Long run for Ike Irish. It is a foul ball. off of the netting down the right side in the corner. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Kennedy Jones. Game 2 scheduled for tomorrow. I'll be interested to see if there isn't a change in the game time for tomorrow. We'll hopefully have that information for you by the time we sign off the air tonight, which hopefully is in 2 quick outs. And the Regions Bank postgame show. 1-2 pitch. Bounces up there, blocked by Freilich. 5 strong innings tonight for Cam Tilley. Gave up a run on 2 base hits. Shore trying to close it out for the Tigers. 2-2 pitch to Jones. Chopper just got a piece of it. On the slider from Ben. Stretch. Shore with the 2-2. Line drive caught by Kletch, who had him positioned perfectly just to the right of second base on a line drive, 2 outs. And that brings Dalton Mayshore to the plate. 2 outs and nobody on for South Carolina with the Tigers safely on top 24-2. Shore in his inning and 2/3 has given up a run on 2 hits. Trying to close this one out, save that bullpen for game 2 and 3 of this series. And here's Dalton Mayshore, 5'10", 195, a senior from Eagle, Idaho, and a transfer from St. Mary's in California. Stretch of the pitch outside. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders proud to provide first aid care at Plainsman Park in every Auburn Athletics home event. I would imagine they're going to be part of graduation this weekend as well. 1-0 to Mayshore. There's a strike, a ball and a strike. 24-2 Auburn. Tigers scored 5 in the second, 7 more in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 9 in the fifth. Pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul by Mayshore, and Auburn's within the strike of getting a Game 1 win. Brad Law will be on the field with post-game interviews. It'll be a victorious Auburn Regions Bank post-game show tonight. A ball and 2 strikes to Mayshore. Ben Shore stretches and pitches up and in, 2-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Mayshore. Auburn's right-hander Ben Shore comes set in the pitch. A little bit up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. A disciplined ball 2 by the home plate umpire, Alex Ransom. 2-2. Mayshore waits Shore. Then comes set and pitches. Fly ball into right, long run by the Auburn right fielder Irish, and it's off the wall. Mayshore cruises into second base with the double. And that will bring Will Tippett to the plate. He is the 4th pinch hitter of the inning for South Carolina. 6'2", 195, a junior from Stone Mountain, Georgia, St. Pius X High School. A pinch hit double for Mayshore. He's at second with 2 outs. Auburn on top 24-2. Ben comes set, and the pitch to Tippett. Misses low for ball one. Bennett, 35 pitches right now. Max Coffer on deck. Would love the opportunity to hit for South Carolina with 2 outs. 1-0 to Tippett. Shore of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-1. Carolina scored the first run in the top of the first. Auburn then scored 24 unanswered runs. Stretch in the pitch. This is low. 2 balls and a strike to Tippett. Auburn and out away from getting to 34-15 on the year and 14-11. 3 games over 500 in the SEC. The 2-1 pitch. In there, strike 2. Slider from Shore, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shore trying to close it out right here. Gets the sign from Freilich. Comes set. The 2-2 to Tippett. Foul tip, and that got the home plate umpire. That may have knocked the mask off of Alex Ransom. He walks out, hands the ball to Freilich. The other umpires will come in. They're going to make sure that Ransom's okay. He took that one off the face mask. Gets a new supply of baseballs from the Auburn dugout. Kind of a long side by Ransom. The crew chief, Jeff Wright, comes in. He's just making sure that his guy's all right. It was a foul tip off the glove. I don't know. I'm not even sure that Freilich got his glove on that ball. Foul tip off the bat of Tippett. And it caught Ransom in the mask. He puts the mask on. Ready to go. So is Shore. Ben comes set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball game is over. And the Tigers win game 1 of this very big series against South Carolina. Auburn 24, South Carolina 2. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike Steakhouse, famous for